Greetings once again, Shinobi. Duuz-Diz-Din back at it again with more of Naruto, Konoha's story, the Steam Ninja Scroll. As Mirai's journey with Kakashi and Guy brings them closer to their goal, they have been met with a massive boulder in their path. They end up staying at an inn right next to it in order to get some rest, where the local workers talk about how, despite being near Konoha, the Leaf Village ninjas would never assist them in something in regards to this, not knowing that Kakashi is a former Hokage, who calls in a little help from a nearby friend, Shoji Akamichi, who should be able to increase his size and, maybe just push the boulder away, or at least push through it. Unfortunately, for this kind of a job, he needs maximum calorie intake, and he just doesn't have enough food to get the job done. And so Mirai grabs some recently dug up potatoes to make him some greasy, fattening, and calorie-filled potato chip. Is this Shokugeki no Mirai? Join me as I find out. Won't you? It really does look like straight out of Shokugeki no Soma. This is Naruto, Konoha's story, The Steam Ninja Scrolls, Chapter 10, Words of Inspiration. We have Mirai in the kitchen with some spuds, saying, I said I'd make potato chips, but I always just buy them. I never actually tried to make them before. Then why did you offer? She looks out the window and sees Kakashi with Choji and thinks to herself, but these potatoes will never be chips unless someone cooks them. All I need to do is slice them thinly and fry them in oil, with plenty of salt. She prepares a knife, saying someone has to do it to save the village, and that someone is going to be me. The drama of this. First, peel the potato. Thinly, remove as little as possible. I've been helping my mom peel potatoes since I was little. I know how to do this. I have my experience on my side. So she peels the potatoes and then sets them in a bowl. Going next, chop the potatoes as thin and light as a feather. She slices up the potatoes, puts them in a basket, then goes rinse off the surface starch with water, then fry them in oil. Start on low heat and put in each slice one at a time with care. Wait for them to take on a slight color and for the sound to change. Now, crank up the heat and fry. Seriously, this seems like a scene out of a cooking manga. Quickly transfer the fried chips to the basket, sprinkle salt to finish, and I'm done. Did I just learn how to make potato chips? Enter Choji, Kakashi, and Guy. Mirai says, Choji, sorry to keep you waiting, and she pulls up a massive stack of chips. Like, that thing is over half of her height. Saying, here are my homemade potato chips. Choji says, wow, those look delicious. Alright, time to eat, he says as he sits down with the chips. He takes a bite of one, pauses. Mirai stares intensely, wondering how they taste. Choji starts to tremble. Mirai calls out to him as Choji erupts. They're delicious. He devours them, saying, what a crunch. The salt doesn't overwhelm the natural potato flavor. Not too much oil and not too little. These are the best potato chips ever. Even Kakashi and Guy take a few of them. That's good. Mirai blushes, saying, I'm so glad. Choji gets up, saying, phew, thank you for these. Since you've treated me to such a scrumptious potato chips, I'd better do my part. And so as he goes up to the boulders, the workers who were tasked with trying to get that out of the way question, what do they think they're doing? Choji then uses his ninja arc, shouting, here goes! Super expansion jutsu! And Choji turns into a massive being. Mirai thinks to herself, Choji's super expansion jutsu, amazing. I've heard about it before, but I had no idea it was that gigantic. Yeah, everybody underestimates Choji till they see him go kaiju. The workers shout, you folks are shinobi? And the old innkeeper lady says, thank goodness. Choji works to push the massive boulder, but it barely budges as he yells out. He says, just a little bit more. Mirai goes in saying, I'll push too. But one of the workers questions, what difference are you going to make? Mirai shouts back, I'm going to do what I can right now. There you go. Even if it's only a little, to know you put forth the effort is what matters. So Mirai takes a big old log and uses a rock as a lever to kind of wedge it. In comes the guy pushing against it saying, I'll push too. Kakashi helps Mirai with her makeshift lever saying, Well, I can't just stand back and watch, can I? They all work together to push the boulder. Mirai thinks, please, move. The workers get in too, saying, hell, we'll push too. Let's show them what the Yagakure Shinobi are made of. Choji pushes and pushes, with even his massive chakra wings coming out, showing just how much effort he's putting in, as he shouts, move! And with everyone working together, the boulder goes flying. And I think it goes crashing into a nearby river, or lake maybe? Regardless, there's a massive eruption of water. Actually, no. I think it hits rock, buries in the ground, and causes a massive geyser to erupt? No. Okay. I'm so confused by this scene. They throw the boulder over the mountain range, okay, and that clears up the geyser. There we go. I keep forgetting that there was a spring underneath where that boulder fell. So as water comes sprouting out and covers everyone, the workers shout, we did it! The hot spring is back! Mirai sighs, what a relief. The old inn lady says, thank you. Now our village will be happy and prosperous again. Mirai, taken off guard, saying, don't thank me. It was because of Choji. Speaking of, where'd he go? And then skinny Choji shows up saying, right here, Mirai. As she freaks out at how he looks. Choji says, this is kind of what happens to me after I use that jutsu. Yeah, it's like, there's a reason why he has to be nice and big, because if he wasn't like that, he'd be emaciated after using that technique. Kakashi explains, Choji's jutsu expands not only chakra, but calories too. And as the day starts to end, Mirai says, thank you for everything you did, really. Even though I'm a shinobi, I wasn't able to do anything. If it weren't for you, that boulder would still be here. Choji says it wasn't just my strength alone. What you said back there, you inspired the villagers to act. Choji remembers her words, I'm going to do what I can right now. You reminded me of the time Master Azuma told me the same thing. Mirai questions, my dad? Choji explains, when I was still a genin, I had a hard time learning jutsu. Unlike my teammates, Shikamaru and Ino, my failings caused me to become depressed. But Master Azuma told me almost the same thing as what you said. Focus on what you can do as you are now, and one day you'll become a full-fledged shinobi. That's what he said. Sensei's words have given me the strength to protect the king now. Mirai questions the king, as in Master Shikamaru's riddle. Choji explains the very same, and it was Master Azuma who first posed that question to us. Mirai questions, so who is the king anyway? Choji explains, one day, Mirai, you'll understand who the king is, who Master Azuma gave his life to protect. Mirai seems puzzled, and Choji just looks at her dutifully and tells her, you're just like him. You think through everything you can do to help others. Watching you like that brings back memories of Master Azuma. Honestly, at this point, I'm waiting for Ino to show up. Kakashi gives Mirai a pat on the back, and she gives Choji a nice big old smile. Okay, we cut to Mirai chilling the hot springs. There is a lot of hot spring action in this. Then again, land hidden in the hot water, was it, right? We cut to night with Mirai chilling in the bath, saying, this is the best. I never would have seen stars like this if I hadn't come here. A woman says, beautiful, isn't it? Is that Ino? Did I manifest Ino into existence? Oh, no. Who is this? The girl says, sorry to startle you. I'm Tatsumi. I just arrived here. Mirai says, I'm Mirai. I came here just yesterday. Tatsumi looks up at the sky saying, I figured the hot spring would feel really good this time of night. Plus, I like to look at the stars. Mirai blushes saying, me too. Tatsumi leans in saying, say, we've got a lot in common. She then also says, your hair is so pretty, Mirai. Mirai plays with her hair saying, no way, it's not. It's so unruly. It's always been this way. I got it from my mom. I've always wanted to try growing it out. Sometimes like yours, Tatsumi. Something like yours, Tatsumi. Tatsumi says, it would totally look good on you. I mean, you're beautiful, Mirai. Mirai blushes saying, really? I don't know. I don't get that much. Usually everyone says I look cool or handsome. She thinks to herself, besides, fashion and shinobi maneuverability don't exactly mix. Oh no, Ino seems to make it work. Then again, she's only goes so hard with the shinobiing. Mirai then says, anyway, Tatsumi, where are you headed tomorrow? Tatsumi says, I was thinking of crossing the mountain. Mirai is shocked, saying, isn't that dangerous all by yourself? I heard there's there's Bandit. Tasumi says, but Bandit? Even so, I really want to go, no matter what. There's an interesting determination in her eyes. She explains, my mother died, and I'm visiting all the hot springs she dreamed of going to. She was my only family. I'm going on this trip so that I might find closure. She then says, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to be such a downer. Mirai says, no, it's fine. It's so painful to lose someone precious. I wish I could... No, Tasumi says, it's so painful to lose someone precious. I wish I could see her again, even just once. Mirai says, yeah, I know the feeling. Tasumi questions, have you lost someone close? Mirai says, yeah. My father. But in my case, he died before I was born, so I never got to meet him at all. Tatsumi pauses for a moment and thinks, then says, I'm sorry, Mirai. I lied to you. Mirai questions, huh? What do you mean? Tatsumi explains, have you heard of the hot spring where you can meet people who have died? That's where I'm going next. Is this a trap? Mirai questions, is there really such a thing? Tatsumi explains, there is. And it's here in the land of steam. Before I was born, there was a great war that swept the world. Supposedly, many of the dead returned to the world of the living that night, living to fight. Oh. This is weird. There's actually myths built up around the 4th Great Shinobi War. That's kind of cool. Mirai thinks, I've heard of that. It was a forbidden jutsu that used sacrifices to summon the dead. Tatsumi gets up explaining, that's why I'm traveling. I want to see my mom. Isn't there someone you want to see, Mirai? Mirai thinks and then says, I do. My dad. Tatsumi extends her hand, saying, then let's go together. To see the people we want to see just one more time. Is this a trap? I mean, we obviously know that's not the reasoning behind why people return to life, but either she's playing Mirai or she's being played. Regardless, I'm interested to see where this is going. I just liked seeing Shoji in action, even if it wasn't a big old fight. And it's such a simple capacity, but these characters just aren't really getting much, showing in the Boruto series or anything. And you get Sai, you get Ino, you get Shikamaru, but Shoji? Kiba? Like, come on. Like, if Shido shows up, I'll really freak out. But I've been enjoying this so far. It's a nice, simple read. Nothing overly dramatic, to be honest. The biggest source of drama is just Mirai's connection to her father, which is nice. I'm interested on seeing the point where she realizes what the king is. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Have you continued to enjoy the adventures of Mirai? Did you like seeing Shoji in action? Or do you wish it was in more of a tense capacity? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also remember to subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. And until then, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you later. Take care. Bye-bye.